to be a long season for Enzo Maresca. Keep Manchester United out your mouth.
Get out of here. Come out by the Tigers and you want to hang with the big boys. Get out. When this lineup first came out, I thought Maresca was trying to sabotage himself. Especially with number 82 in midfield. Lewis and Kusano were doing their best to frustrate me this afternoon. Maresca's tactics were actually quite good in this game. It's just that the players were failing to execute it. Oh, and side note, it's very obvious that Haaland doesn't read his Bible. This guy predicted that Bournemouth left winger was going to score. And of course they did. But everything changed when Nunes came. Speak to Cafunes with respect. And how can I forget the main man himself? Ryan Cherki, my children will watch you straight from the womb. Cherki came on and won us this game on his own. Let me also give a shout out to Vadio. You don't understand how good it is to have defenders that can finish. This guy is so clutch. Overall, it was a difficult game. But thanks to Cherki and Nunes, we escaped with the 3 points. As I'm recording this, Marmoush just got here. We go to Spurs.
Can't lie, these guys had me in the first half. I have to be very honest. I did not think we were going to win this game. But thankfully, we got it done. We got there in the end. And this game was very interesting for multiple reasons. And let me start telling you guys why. Because right from the start of this game, the lineup that Maresca went with, I think we can all agree that this was a very surprising setup that he went with. We see a lineup that has how many centre backs? 1, 2, 3, 4 centre backs. So it was very hard to figure out like what kind of formation we're going to use, whether it to be a back three, a flat back four with 4 centre backs. I don't know. It was very confusing. And then we ended up seeing that it was going to be Maguire who played as the 6 in this game. When the lineup came out, you know the way teams bring out their lineups, like they put out all the players' names, they won't necessarily tell you who is playing where. So what I thought was that it would be a midfield three of Anderson, Nico O'Reilly, and Rico Lewis playing in the midfield. But as we can see, it was Maguire, and he actually did quite well in the sense that he didn't lose the ball. His passing was good. Although I think Maresca could have maybe played Anderson a bit higher because the way the game went, I could see that Anderson was the one coming to collect the ball from the centre backs, and Gay was the one trying to progress the ball. So that was very confusing to me. But this game, there were many talking points here. First of all, this Rico Lewis guy, I don't know why this guy is still a player for City. This guy should be long gone by now. And even the way he was used, you can see that on paper he played right back, but he was essentially playing like a right 10 in this space in between O'Reilly and Foden. So that was another thing that was very interesting to me. And the first goal, there was somebody on Twitter that actually predicted that City is going to concede to the Bournemouth left winger. And of course, you can see Tavernier played left wing, is the one that scored. Because this combination here, it doesn't really fill anybody with confidence. This 7.7, I don't know, this football, they get some ratings very wrong sometimes. But when you see Rico Lewis, that he's not really a right back, and at the same time, he's not really a midfielder. So I actually don't know what this guy is at this point in his career. But me personally, I think he will do a lot better than Rico Lewis being our starting right back. Mateus Nunes was injured in the last game, so I can understand why he didn't start. But starting Rico Lewis there was very surprising to me. And the first goal, it came from Kusanov being asleep. There was a ball over the top. Yeah, it was a ball over the top. He could have headed it. He didn't head it. I think him and Ryan, they're about the same height, but he's more physically built than him. So I don't know why Ryan won the battle. Ryan won the duel over him. So the ball bounces. Diaz comes across to try and cover. Neither of them get the ball. He's played back out wide. He's crossed to the middle. And Rico Lewis again, he's not there because he's trying to push forward into the 10. Vadio also, he escaped the goal in this game, but for that goal, it was shocking. He was nowhere to be found because at the end of the clip, you can see Diaz there, you can see Kusanov, you can see Rico Lewis trying to make up the ground. But Vadio was so far up that this guy wasn't even there after the goal had been conceded. But nevertheless, we were able to change the game. Why? Because Maresca realized that he made, and let me tell you guys now, Maresca, if you're watching this thing, benching this guy should be regarded as the cardinal sin. This is Cherki's team. As much as it's a Haaland's team, it is Cherki's team. This guy should not be on the bench for any reason. Whether you want to play him in the 10, play him over Foden. You want to play him on the right, play him over Semenyo. If for some reason you want to play him on the left, bench Doku. But this guy has to be on the pitch in every important game. And this game, some people might say, oh, it's just the start of the season. It's not really a big game. No, you have to start the season well because Maresca is a new coach. You can't just come and just start losing your first games. You already lost his first game in a very embarrassing manner. if he lost this game, he might have lost the fans, he might have lost the confidence of the players. So I think it's very, very good that they escaped with the 3 points today. And I'm even saying escaped, and I think I'm not even doing the players justice because the setup, although the formation and the players that he's actually selected, it was confusing. These guys actually played like it was a very good game. And if you look at the stats, you can see City had way more possession. They created more than 2.3 xg. That means like typically if you're creating 2 xg, you should be scoring like maybe 3 goals. And then I mean, we had 13 shots to their five, 6 shots on target to their four. We had five big chances. We missed four of them. So you can't really say Maresca got it wrong. Maybe he got it wrong in terms of who started because I'm still of the opinion that Cherki should have started Mateus Nunes. If he was fit enough, he should have started. Playing Nico Riley here, I don't think it was the best move. But overall, I think that the setup in terms of the tactics, Maresca got it very, very right. And Bournemouth, they've been very impressive. I think this is their first away loss in 2026, which is crazy considering where these guys were just a few years ago. These guys are one of those teams outside the big six that if you want to win the league, you have to show them that you can beat these kind of teams, you can perform against these kind of teams. Because overall, these guys they actually played quite well. Ryan is like one of the bigger names in their team, but I don't think he had a great game today. But it's just one game; you can't really go off that too much. But overall, this was very, very good for City. Foden wasn't bad today. He didn't start the game as well as I would have wanted, but growing into the game, yeah, he started taking more risks, started doing more positive things on the ball. Haaland missed a big, big chance in the game. I think were we still losing one? I can't remember whether it was before their goal or after, but he really should have scored that. But overall, I think he was very involved in the play, more involved than he normally is, though, which is a very nice thing to see. O'Reilly is one player that I was quite disappointed with because in the second half, he came off in the 63rd minute. Those first 18 minutes that he was on the pitch in the second half, I could have sworn this guy wasn't on the pitch. Anderson, for me, was our best player in the first half. And it's unfortunate that he had to come off with an injury, but my word, this guy looks like he's going to be a very, very good addition to City. This guy is going to be very good. Like every time he gets the ball forward, 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 this guy almost never passes the ball back. In terms of ground covering, once City lose the ball, he's always the first man to start tracking back. This guy can beat his man. This guy can win duels. He's very physical. He's not the biggest player, but this guy he gets stuck in. I was very, very impressed. It was a very good first game in the Premier League for City Boys, and I think that this is the first of many, many good games to come for us. Diaz and Kusano, I think the whole defense, I was quite disappointed, honestly, because the goal we considered was sloppy. We could have considered another one after that. Donnarumma, I was very critical of him last week because he had the howler against Arsenal, but today was actually quite good. I think I actually have to apologize to Donnarumma. Maybe I was a bit reactionary because this guy is still a world class shotstopper. So I hold my hands up and I say, my bad. This guy, he did well today. Semenyo, Semenyo, Semenyo. It wasn't a horrible showing, but my main issue with him today was that this guy was dribbling way too much. When this guy first came to City, City fans were saying, "Oh, all he does is add goals to the team," and I was making an argument for him in my City fan group chat that this guy has to start games because besides Haaland, he's the only one that guarantees goals in the team, which is why I think that he should be playing. But what he was doing today, first of all, they were double teaming him, so the whole dribbling wasn't really making that much sense because if you even if you get past one, there's still the next guy that you need to beat. And the thing is that when he was in the box or in and around the box, Semenyo has a good shot on him. This guy can score goals from outside the box, if not because of technique, because of power. So I don't know why this guy did it constantly, maybe like 4 or 5 times in this game, where he's on the right, he's cutting in. I can admit there were many players in the box that could have blocked it, but at that point we're already losing 1-0. So at least just have a pop. This guy will cut in, fake, go back out. And it's either he goes back out and he overruns the ball, or they just get the ball off him. So I think he was overdoing the dribbling gimmick today. But this game, I don't even know why I've not talked about him enough. Ryan Cherki, this guy, just give him the keys. Give Cherki the keys. Because Pep was making the same mistake. I honestly think if Cherki started that game against Bournemouth, who knows? Maybe we would have actually won the league that season. And he even said it himself that that was a very disappointing moment for him in this season. But this guy, benching him should be a cardinal sin. There's nothing bad that this guy does when he's on the pitch. Maybe sometimes you can say, like I said for Semenyo, he overdribbles. But overall, nah, this guy is a magician. It is very, very hard to win games when this guy is not on the pitch. There's no team in the world that you have Cherki and he doesn't make it a better team. Him and Mateus Nunes on that right side, he really, really changed the game for us. Kovacic as well, I thought his introduction was very good. Similar to Donnarumma, I was critical of him last week. Like I said, maybe I was a bit reactionary, but this guy is actually good at progressing the ball. He's a good ball carrier, and I think that's part of why it's good that we kept him this season. Yes, yes, yes. Now that I'm done talking about what happened in the game, it has now been confirmed that Omar Marmoush is going to Tottenham. I thought it was going to be a permanent deal, but apparently is on loan with a buy clause to become mandatory under certain conditions. Now, Marmoush is leaving. We don't have a backup striker, and some people might say we need to get a backup striker. Some people might say it's not really necessary. And personally, I'm of the opinion that even if we were to get a backup striker, it has to be somebody that knows they're not really going to get that much game time because Haaland is obviously going to play every game he's fit and available for, unless maybe it's a Carabao or FA Cup game that we can rotate. But if we're talking about Mamouchi's time in City, I think I am able to admit now that it wasn't what we expected it to be. I was very hyped when we signed him, and I still think that if he does well at Spurs, and there's a way that we can integrate him back into the squad next season or whenever, I'll be very happy because this guy is a very very good player. I think he's better than Matistel. He's better than Solanke. He's definitely better than Richarlison. So for Spurs, this is a very very good signing. I hope he does well. He's my African brother. He's a player that I like a lot. You guys know me. I just have a liking for Arab players. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why, but I just like them. So he's one of my favorite players. So I honestly hope that he does very well there. I wish him all the best. And that's what I have to say concerning his move. Yeah, I'm personally going to miss him. Also, breaking news: City have completed the signing of Ayu Bouaddi for 100 million euros. Honestly, I have been so bored of waiting for this transfer to get the here we go. But now that it has happened, I'm very, very happy because Gehi got the start in midfield today, and I think part of the reason is because Boadi wasn't here yet. So obviously he had to play as a makeshift deploying playmaker or defensive midfielder, however you want to call it. But now that Boadi is here, we have somebody that can play that place. He's a specialist there. Boadi can play as a six, he can play as an eight, he can play as a right back. So I think he's going to be a great addition to the team. He's still only 18, so obviously he's not the finished article yet. But at the same time, I think he's going to add quality to this team. It's never bad to have these kind of players in your team. You saw at the World Cup the kind of ceiling that he has. He's just 18 or 19 years old, so he still has a long time to go in his City career and in his footballing career. I hope that it's going to be a good season for him and for City. And I hope that, yeah, I just hope all the best for him. But those are my thoughts on the City game. Those are my thoughts on Bournemouth so far. This was a very good win for us. I hope that Maresca can carry his team on to greater heights this season. And I'll see you guys in my next reaction. Peace.